Val Kilmer stood on stage, his voice raspy but determined, sharing a heartfelt story that had captivated the audience. His presence, even in frailty, commanded attention. He had been through so much, yet he was here, pouring his soul into his words. Then, mid-sentence, something changed. A moment of hesitation, a sharp intake of breath, then silence. The room, once filled with emotion, fell into a stunned hush. In that instant, the world lost a legend. Val Kilmer, the man behind some of Hollywood's most unforgettable characters, was gone. Kilmer had lived a life larger than the roles he played. From his early days as a Juilliard prodigy to becoming one of the most sought-after actors of the late 20th century, his journey had been anything but ordinary. He wasn't just an actor. He was a force, a presence, a man whose performances left an indelible mark on cinema. His portrayal of Tom "Iceman" Kazansky in Top Gun was more than just a character. It was an attitude, a statement, a defining moment in action movie history. He brought an intensity to the role that made him an unforgettable counterpart to Tom Cruise's Maverick. Audiences didn't just watch Top Gun. They felt it, and Kilmer was a big reason why. But his talent didn't stop at action films. In The Doors, he became Jim Morrison. His transformation was eerie, seamless, almost supernatural. Those who had known Morrison said it was like watching a ghost on screen. Kilmer's dedication to his craft was legendary. He didn't just act, he became. Whether it was the dangerously charismatic Doc Holliday in Tombstone or the brooding Batman in Batman Forever, every role he took on bore his unique stamp. Yet, behind the scenes, Kilmer's journey wasn't always smooth. He had a reputation for being difficult, for pushing boundaries, for demanding more, not out of arrogance, but out of an unwavering commitment to excellence. He wasn't content with just reading lines. He wanted to live them. This relentless pursuit of perfection sometimes put him at odds with directors and co-stars, but it also gave the world some of the most unforgettable performances ever seen on screen. Then came the battle he never expected: throat cancer. Diagnosed in 2014, he fought it with the same tenacity that had defined his career. The treatment was brutal. It took his voice, his signature commanding presence, but it never took his spirit. Kilmer adapted, learned to communicate in new ways, and even made a triumphant return in Top Gun: Maverick in 2022. His on-screen reunion with Tom Cruise wasn't just nostalgia. It was a deeply moving moment, a testament to resilience, to friendship, to the power of cinema. It was his farewell, not just to a character, but to an era he had helped define. In his final years, Kilmer turned to storytelling in a different way. His documentary Val gave the world an unfiltered look into his life, the highs, the lows, the struggles, the triumphs. It was raw, real, and deeply personal, much like the man himself. He wanted people to understand who he truly was beyond the headlines, beyond the characters he played. And through it all, his passion for life never wavered. The news of his passing spread like wildfire. Tributes poured in from every corner of the industry. Tom Cruise, visibly shaken, called him one of the greatest actors I've ever worked with. Colleagues, friends, and fans all shared their memories, their grief, their admiration. Hollywood had lost a legend, but the world had lost something even more: an artist who had given everything to his craft. Val Kilmer's story is not just one of fame and success. It's a story of resilience, of dedication, of a man who refused to be defined by illness or adversity. He lived on his own terms, performed on his own terms, and even in his final moments, left the world on his own terms. His legacy isn't just in the films he made. It's in the way he made people feel, the inspiration he left behind, the passion he poured into every moment. As the lights dimmed on his final performance, the world remembered not just an actor, but a man who gave everything to the stage, the screen, and the art of storytelling. And in that silence, in that moment of reflection, one thing became clear: Val Kilmer will never truly be gone. His voice, his presence, his impact will live on, immortalized in the very fabric of cinema. I've crafted a compelling tribute to Val Kilmer that captures his legacy and impact. Let me know if you'd like any refinements or additional details.